Wait. Kapag nasa mood kaming mag-beach, isa sa unang pumapasok sa isip namin, ang La Ia sa Municipality of San Juan. It is one of the best beach destinations in Batangas, hindi ganun kalayo, fair naman ang sand, and maraming establishments, so very convenient. Meron din itong public beach na may free entrance, pero kung gusto mo ng tahimik and may budget ka naman, maraming mga resorts na pagpipilian. Isa sa mga yan ay ang Club La Ia, a 24-hectare seaside estate that combines leisure and resort living. Meron ditong hindi lang isa pero dalawang unconventional hotel concepts. Yung una dyan, Camperisti. Sa pangalan pa lang, medyo magigets mo na kung anong meron dito. Camper vans parked on a white beach. So kapag nagsistay ka dito, feel mo yung motorhome lifestyle pero hindi ka naman talaga nagda-drive anywhere. Yung mga van, they look cramped pag titingnan mo mula sa labas, pero they're actually more spacious than you think. Pagpasok mo sa loob, may makikita ka na dining area with a small kitchen, meron ding private bedroom and toilet and shower. Bawat unit ay air-conditioned. And dahil malapit ito sa dagat, it means na you go to sleep and wake up to the sound of the waves. Magkano ba? A night here costs around 13,000 pesos. Pero, bawat van can accommodate up to 4 guests. So, kung barkada kayo, tapos paghahati-hatian nyo, that's 3,250 per person per night. Yung isa pang hotel concept here na medyo kakaiba ay itong Cocoons. Actually, na-try na namin to sa Calatagan. So, hindi na kami dito nagstay, pero pareho lang naman yung itsura niya. Basically, these are large concrete pipes designed for intimate stays and outfitted with a queen bed, space-saving storage, coffee and tea amenities, may TV rin, and may minibar. It's best suited for couples or kahit solo travelers who don't mind cozy quarters. Wala masyadong space to move around, pero dahil nga maganda yung setting, malapit sa beach, tapos marami namang mga communal areas, so if you're the type who spends most of your time outside anyway, baka magustuhan mo naman dito. Although yung concept can give off an impression na budget option ito, actually medyo mahal pa rin siya. Almost 4,500 pesos per night, pero good for 2 naman yan or 2,250 pesos per person. Kung gusto mong makatipid, i-book mo na yan with Agoda and use our promo code AGODATPT for up to 6,000 pesos na discount. Malaki yan. That's actually 8 to 10% off, capped at 100 USD. So, around 6,000 pesos yan based on the current exchange rate. To automatically redeem this discount, just visit thepoortraveler.net/agoda or if you prefer to use the Agoda mobile app, dun sa bottom menu, hanapin niyo yung deals button and enter the promo code AGODATPT dun sa coupon field. Dapat all caps. Then, search and book a hotel as usual, pero upon checkout, i-enter niyo ulit yung Agoda TPT. Yes, 2 beses na siya, kailangang i-enter para gumana. While you're at it, isabay mo na ring i-redeem ang AATPT, which will give you 5% discount on Agoda activities, kasama na dyan yung tours, attraction tickets, passes, at iba pa. Or visit www.thepoortraveler.net/activities. Anyway, going back to the video, meron ding 2 restaurants on-site ang Club La Ia, The Sands and Captain Barboza. And they serve a mix of local Filipino dishes and international cuisine. Meron ding swimming pool situated sa pagitan ng Cocoons and Camperisti. Pag-usapan lang natin quickly yung actual beach. Malawak siya, almost flat, and strewn with fair sand. Hindi siya white pero fair enough. Yung waves dito, mild lang, so okay ito for families kahit na may kids. To get here, just board a bus bound for San Juan, Batangas. I think Alps yung pinaka-madalas. Then sa San Juan Terminal, ride a jeepney or mag-charter kayo ng tricycle, diretso na sa Club La Ia. I-summarize lang natin yung pros and cons. Kung naghahanap ka ng less crowded and more exclusive vibe, and malinis and mahabang beachfront, tapos willing ka namang gumastos, then I could say na worth it naman itong Club La Ia. Pero kung medyo kapos tayo sa budget and mas gusto nyo ng mas maraming dining options, then maybe rethink it. For us, ang rating namin dito ay 7 out of 10. Isa lang itong Club Laia sa maraming mga beach resorts na natry na namin sa Batangas. And in this video, we'll share with you 9 more. Hey there, Tipiter! I'm Yosh, and sa Batangas ako pinanganak at lumaki, which means na growing up, I never had to go far para lang makapag-beach. Pero dahil nga malapit lang kami, hindi kami masyadong nagtatry ng mga resorts. Kasi syempre, di ba, andyan lang yung bahay namin, hindi na namin kailangan magbayad para sa matutulugan. Pero over the past 5 years, we've made it a point to properly try yung mga iba't ibang beach resorts sa Batangas. Actually, hindi lang beach resorts. Mula sa dive resort sa Mabini, to camping beaches sa Calatagan, and yung mga more secluded coves sa Nasugbu. Ang ilan sa mga to, we visited on a day trip. Yung iba naman, nag-overnight talaga kami or multiple nights pa. In a previous video, we shared some of the best beach destinations in Batangas. Pero this time around, we'll be focusing on specific beach resorts. Pero bago natin i-reveal yung rundown natin of the resorts na na-try namin over the past 5 years, disclaimer muna tayo. Una, this list is compiled regardless of the presyo. Meron kayong makikita ng mga expensive or yung mga high-end na resorts dito sa listahan, meron din namang mga mas affordable. Pero hindi natin i-include yung mga public beaches kasi isi-save natin yan for another video. Kasi 'di ba merong mga beach na hindi mo naman kailangan magbayad, walang entrance fee. So iba 'yon. Also, yung list na to ay hindi ranked. Gin-group namin ito by municipality. Meron kayong makikitang numbers sa bawat start nung item, pero it's for easier reference lang. Pero sa end ng bawat section, i-share naman namin yung rating namin. Pero yung sa start na number, for reference lang yon. And ang i-rate natin ay hindi yung resort per se, pero yung experience namin at the time of our visit. So everything na makikita nyo at sasabihin namin ay based sa personal experiences namin over the past 5 years. Experiences that for some of the resorts, pwedeng yung visit namin ay 2 or 3 years ago pa. And alam nyo naman, pagdating sa hospitality industry, mabilis magbago. So things may have changed since yung last visit namin. Pwedeng nagpalit ng management, pwedeng may nadagdag na amenities, pwedeng may nawalang amenities, pwedeng nag-improve yung certain aspects, pwede ring nag-deteriorate. So, just keep that in mind. Pero anyway, let's get back to the video. Number 2, Cala Laia. Yes, iba pa ito sa Club Laia kahit magkatunog sila. And actually, malayo din ito from Club Laia, which is both a curse and a gift. Yes, what sets Cala Laia apart is its secluded location. Its way into the inner roads, medyo malayo sa highway. So if you're driving, hindi ito ganun kadali mahanap or mapuntahan. And if you're taking public transportation, kailangan mong mag-charter ng tricycle to get to it. Pero if you're looking for some peace and quiet, Cala Laia can deliver. It fosters a serene atmosphere, perfect for relaxing and spending quality time away from the city. Yung beach nito, medyo maiksi lang siya and can be super shallow at low tide. And while merong mga sandy parts, much of it is rocky talaga. But the resort makes up for it with everything else. Meron ditong 2 pools with a view of the sea and meron ding mga, hindi ko alam kung anong tawag dito, pero parang mga lounges, ganyan. And yung mga rooms dito, ibang klase. Ang tawag nila sa mga accommodations nila ay casitas, which is a nod to the Spanish word for little house, featuring easy breezy designs and eco-friendly amenities. Everything dito ay squeaky clean and neatly arranged. Ayan, welcome. Tuloy po kayo. So yan, so ang room na na-assign sa atin is queen bed. So ito, kita nyo ang ganda, labot ng unan, 4 na piraso. Ang unan, pakita ko sa inyo yung CR. Ito muna, yung closet. Yan. So may hanger, 4. Pwedeng lalagyan ng maleta yung baba. Pero yung CR, sobrang laki. Come! Wow, high pitch. Yan, so yan. Yan. Ito, rain shower style. Yan. Tingnan nyo. Yan. Sobrang lawak ng property. Pwede ka nga mag-hike around the area. And actually, nag-hike kami on the way to the archery area. Yes, you heard it right. Archery. Merong free archery lessons dito. At least, nung time na bumisita kami. First time kong mag-try niyan and sobrang na-enjoy ko and appreciate yung ganitong mga pa-activity nila. The resort is also close to a marine sanctuary. Merong mga motorized and non-motorized water sports din na pwede mong i-avail if you want more than just sun lounging. A night here can set you back around 7,200 pesos. Good for 2 yan and inclusive of breakfast. A bit on the expensive side, oo, pero it really is one of the more elevated options dito sa Laia Coast. And for us, worth it naman talaga. To get here, sakay ka ng Alps na bus bound for San Juan, Batangas. Tapos, pagdating mo sa terminal sa San Juan, charter a tricycle straight to Calalaia. By the way, tipiters, actually na-take note namin kung magkano yung mga presyo. Kaya lang, dahil nga sa oil crisis, hindi namin alam kung nagbago na siya. Kasi yung mga bus fares tumaas na eh. So, hindi na namin ilalagay yung presyo dito kasi baka outdated na. Pero anyway, again, yung mga pros ng Calalaia, it's very private, very tranquil yung setting. Ang gaganda ng modern casitas, well-maintained, and merong great selection of activities from archery to snorkeling to rafting, ganyan. And sobrang ganda rin ng service. Kaya lang, medyo mahal, pero kung ang hanap mo talaga ay yung malawak and mahaba na buhangin, na strip, or kung gusto mo ng a little bit of nightlife, then you might want to rethink it. Pero for us, worth it ito and ang overall rating namin ay 8 out of 10. If you're enjoying this video so far, please take the time to subscribe to this channel, ring the bell icon beside it, and activate notifications para hindi mo ma-miss yung mga future uploads natin. We consistently publish informative travel videos, so please subscribe. Okay, sa ngayon, let's leave San Juan and head over to Mabini, which is best known for Anilao, isa sa best diving destinations in the world. And dito, we'll go to a nearby barangay for a piece of Santorini. This is Camp Natanya and it calls itself the Little Santorini of Mabini. Actually, I dislike calling a place little something or mini something, but that's literally its tagline, so gamitin natin yan. One look and you'll instantly see bakit ito tinawag na Little Santorini. Tingnan nyo naman, may mga whitewashed buildings and cobalt blue accents perched above the water. 2 beses na namin ito na-try, yung una as a day trip. And dahil nagustuhan namin, bumalik kami more recently and nag-try kaming mag-stay talaga overnight. And very different yung 2 experiences na yon. For day trippers, meron silang dip and dine package which costs 2,250 pesos per adult, inclusive of access to the infinity pool from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., snorkeling and kayaking for 1 hour, and free-flowing coffee and plated lunch at Greeka Restaurant, which serves local and international dishes with ocean views. Yung day trip package nila, madalas yung kumukuha niyan ay yung mga umaakyat sa Mount Gulugod Baboy na malapit lang from here. Yung trailhead, paakyat, walking distance lang from the resort. Pero if you have more budget and more time, mas maganda na i-overnight nyo na lang to give yourself time to really settle in and to wake up to that bay view, maglinger sa pool longer, and mas ma-enjoy siya na mas konting tao lalo na kapag umalis na yung mga day trippers. A room here costs around 5,000 pesos per night on Agoda. Tuloy po kayo. Ayan. So, ang room natin is 302. Maganda siya na i-request nyo kung deluxe room i-book nyo. Yun yung pinakamurang room. Pero may room in particular na deluxe room din kasing presyo ng iba na pinakamura. Pero ang kaibahan niya, meron siyang view. Maganda. Okay. So, makikita nyo, meron tayong 2 twin beds. 2 single beds kasi it's a twin room. Ang lalaki ng unan. Malambot talaga, malambot. Siyempre may aircon, may TV, flat TV, may working desk, may free coffee, tea, complimentary water, gases, cups, may ref dito and safe. Safe, yan. Merong complimentary na ganito. Anong tawag dito? Indoor slippers. And punta na natin yung CR. Yan. So, yan. Tingnan natin kung malakas ang water. Kaya rin naman, hindi siya mahina. Hindi rin siya malakas. Pero hot and cold, dito pa lang sa sink. Hot and cold shower, parang raindrop effect. And, ito, nandito yung complimentary toiletries. May dental kit, conditioner, shampoo, and soap. Ayan. Yun, ganda naman. Ganda naman dito. And syempre, meron ding balcony. Tada! So dito sa balcony, meron ding view. Hindi siya like unobstructed. Meron konting harang, pero may view pa rin. Like most resorts in Anilao and Greater Mabini area, itong Camp Netanya, wala itong sandy beach. However, from here, you can also go island hopping. Merong 4-hour boat tour that you can avail na magdadala sa inyo sa Sombrero Island, Oscar Beach, and Dive and Trek Resort. At the time of our visit, yung tour na to costs 7,000 pesos for a group of up to 6. Not sure if nagbago na yung presyo na to, pero chinek ko yung website nila, ganun pa rin sa ngayon. Meron din silang mga introductory dive lessons, jet ski rental, and fishing experiences. Syempre may bayad, and hindi namin in-avail. To get here sa Camp Netanya, just board a bus bound for Batangas City Grand Terminal, tapos hanap ka ng jeepney doon, papunta sa Mabini Crossing. Tapos mag-tricycle ka to Camp Netanya. So, pros and cons na tayo. If ang hanap mo ay Santorini aesthetic, naghahanap ka ng something na very Instagrammable, and gusto mo lang ng pool, hindi mo hanap yung beach talaga, pwedeng worth it naman to sa inyo. Pero kung ang gusto mo talaga ay yung buhangin na pwede kang humiga-higa, mag-lounge-lounge doon, you might want to rethink it. Also, medyo mahal talaga siya for what you get. Even yung day trip package nila, namamahalan ako. Pero maganda kasi talaga yung lugar. Rating namin is 7 out of 10. Okay, it's time to check out another resort sa Mabini, pero itong isa na to, secluded talaga. This is Eagle Point Resort. It's nestled along a lush seaside forest and is among the most established dive resorts dito sa Mabini, operating since 1989 pa and welcoming couples, families, friends, and corporate groups alike. It's best known as a dive resort. Meron silang ino-offer na mga diving packages, merong mga introductory courses for beginners, meron ding mas advanced. Pero for non-divers, you'll still find plenty of things to enjoy. Meron ditong multiple swimming pools, pwede ka rin mag-kayak and snorkel. May mga banana boat rides din available, and meron ding game room where you can play ping pong or billiards. You can also test your aim at the Eagle Base Gel Blaster area. And these are just the mainland properties. Yung resort also owns a part of Maricaban Island, popularly known as Sepok Beach or Sepok Point, accessible by a roughly 20-minute boat ride. Itong Sepok Beach, isa sa mga best beaches in the province. Very private kasi exclusive ito sa guests ng Eagle Point. Meron nitong whitish sand and very scenic nung location. Nung unang visit namin dito, pwede ka pang mag-trek papunta dun sa may likod, paakyat dun sa hill, and you can get a great view of Sombrero Island, which got its name from its shape na mukha talagang sombrero. Kaya lang nitong huling visit namin, parang closed kasi yung area, so hindi ko alam if allowed pa or kailangan mo lang magpaalam or something. Yung viewpoint yung sinasabi ko na hindi namin alam kung pwede pang puntahan na, pero yung actual Sombrero Island, open naman yon. So, if you have additional budget, pwede kang magdagdag ng stop dun sa tour and dadagdagan mo lang yung bayad dun sa bangkero and magbabayad din kayo ng entrance fee doon sa Sombrero Island itself. Anyway, balik tayo sa Eagle Point Resort. If you're interested to spend a night or more here, prepare to shell out around 3,820 pesos per night for a sea view room na good for 2.
Room tour muna guys. So may dalawang bed. Then may workstation tayo. Complimentary bottled water and toothbrush and toothpaste. May TV din tayo guys. TV. Okay. Cabinet. CR naman. Malaki yung toilet and bath nila. Balcony naman. Tingnan natin yung view.
To get to Eagle Point Beach and Dive Resort, just board the bus to Batangas City Grand Terminal, tapos hanap ka ng jeepney papunta sa Mabini Town Center or Anilao Port. Then hail a tricycle to get you to Eagle Point Resort or at least hanggang doon sa junction that will lead you to the resort. Pero be sure to coordinate with the resort in advance para ma-arrange nila yung pag-pick up sa'yo from there. Kasi nag-offer talaga sila ng free pick-up service. Yung shuttle will take you to the resort proper. And sabihin lang namin na yung drive mula dun sa highway papunta sa resort, medyo zigzaggy siya and very steep, although maigsi lang naman. So, pros and cons. Ang maganda sa Eagle Point, may access ka to Sepok Beach na exclusive to Eagle Point guests. And if gusto mong mag-aral, mag-dive, or you're a diver, it's a good place to stay. Marami ring mga swimming pools. So, pwedeng worth it ito para sa inyo. Pero, as of our last visit, may mga facilities na dated in parts and rocky nga yung shoreline nito doon sa mainland. So, kung hindi naman kayo interesado doon sa Sepok Beach, tapos gusto nyo lang talaga ng sandy na beach nang hindi kinakailangang magbangka, then you might want to rethink it. Pero yung rating namin dito overall ay 7 out of 10 din. Now, let's drive all the way to the other side of the province and wade in the shallow waters of Calatagan. But before that, it's time to give a shout out to our tipiters of the week. Ang unang tipiter of the week natin is si Platy for Mom Diaries. Sabi niya, suki po ako ng vlogs nyo from how to get to LU to Japan itinerary. Tuwang-tuwa nga ako nung nag-start kayo ng YouTube channel kasi kayo naman talaga ang OG sa travel content. Maraming salamat sa iyo and appreciate namin na over the years, kasama ka pa rin namin from vlogging era to vlogging era. Ayan, salamat Platy for Mom Diaries. Sabi naman ni Missy MQ7OM, I've been your follower since your vlog days. Binabasa ko ang travel guides nyo during idle time sa work. Now watching your YouTube videos naman. Maraming salamat Missy and sana hindi ka magsawa. Sabi naman ni Maria Navarro 4704, thanks to your vlogs and posts, hindi ako na-offload. It's one of my fears traveling, more power. Maraming salamat Maria and sana na-enjoy mo yung international trips mo and yun naman yung gusto nating gawin dito, makatulong tayo sa mga travelers, lalo yung mga first time na mag-a-abroad. And sabi ni fzfam.travels, how time flies, follower from Blogger Days, keep making amazing travel content. Maraming salamat sa inyo, sa inyong lahat na nakasuporta pa rin dito sa channel natin and sa ibang mga channels natin, mapa-podcast naman yan, website or blog, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, even Reddit. Kasi meron na din tayong Reddit community guys, so join kayo sa subreddit natin, reddit.com/r/thepoortraveler. Sobrang ramdam namin kayo and yung suporta nyo kahit saang channel kami mapadpad. Shoutout din sa mga nag-comment sa previous video natin. Yun yung destination wedding na Ask TPT episode natin. So, hi kina @Migster05, @Unroute11, @1111DigitalJV, @Science Saves, @Kirk Asebron. Hi Kirk, friend natin yan in person. @GessieJessie, @Ditchwita, @RavenDario860, @Dance Another Story, @Christine16, @JanLC, @Cecil Parale 5785, @JazzerC, @Virginia Sadia, @Pink Turn Blue, @Melanie Pinada 7107, @FF Yon @Shea, madalas mag-comment yan, hi sa'yo, @Maria Navarro 4704, @Eds Domingo, Edsdom, @JAEK1EC, @Mara Charmaine, madalas din mag-comment, @Joan MD, @DearJohn9856, @Chichi's Diary. Yon, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Comment ka na din kung hindi ka pa madalas mag-comment and let us know kung saan kayo based or saan nyo pinapanood ang video na to para ma-shoutout din namin kayo sa next video. Ayun, okay, going back to the video, saan na nga ba tayo? Yes, Calatagan. Calatagan is a municipality sa southwestern tip of Batangas, occupying its own peninsula na nagja-jut out into the Verde Island Passage. It's known for having one of the longest coastlines in Batangas, and yung beaches dito tend to face west, at least most of them, which means yung sunset view dito ay maganda. Pero yung tubig dito ay characteristically shallow and very gentle, which some people might enjoy, lalo na yung mga may kasamang bata, pero yung iba ayaw nila nun, so depende sa taste ninyo. And one of the biggest resorts here is Casobe or Calatagan South Beach. Located ito sa Barangay Santa Ana, and it's a sprawling seaside residential and resort community developed by Lanco. Full-service resort ito with swimming pools, cabanas, meron din itong 3 dining spots, and isang higanteng water slide. And yung water slide na yan ay part ng Aquaria Water Park. Pero despite sa water park na label, medyo itemper nyo lang yung expectations nyo a little bit kasi it's more like a beach resort with a really exciting pool slide more than a proper water park talaga na... Kasi pag sinabi mong water park, ang feeling mo sobrang dami ng mga slides, sobrang dami ng attractions, alam nyo yun. Ito, hindi naman gaano. But the real draw here is the beach itself. Mahaba, malawak, so pwedeng-pwede kayo mag-lounge. Although, yun nga, medyo mababaw lang yung tubig. And just like Club Laia, meron ditong 2 accommodation options na very distinct. Yung una is cocoons. Similar dun sa nabanggit ko na kanina sa Laia, yung cocoons dito ay sleeping pods na hugis cylindrical concrete drainage pipes transformed into private nooks reminiscent of capsule hotels. Nagstay na kami dito actually sa Cocoons Casobe. And okay naman yung experience namin. Compact and cozy, pero yun nga, kasi most of the time nasa labas naman kami and maraming mga common areas, so hindi naman namin mind. Pero a night here can set you back 4,450 pesos, good for 2 guests. If ayaw nyo ng masikip, then ang i-book nyo is itong Crusoe Cabins. Hindi pa namin to na-try, pero kitang-kita kasi ito kapag nasa Aquaria ka or nasa beach. Ganito yung itsura niya, na-videohan naman namin. Pero yung loob, wala kaming video, hindi pa kami nag-try doon. So, mukha siyang malaki, di ba? Pero bawat cabin dito costs 12,600 pesos per night kapag off-season. Pero good for 5 guests yan. So, kung barkada kayo, tapos divided by 5, 2,520 pesos per person per night. To get to Calatagan, catch a bus bound for Calatagan, alight at Calatagan town proper, and charter a tricycle. So, i-rundown lang natin yung pros dito. Clean, modern, master planned, malawak yung beach, mahaba naman, and magaganda yung mga amenities and ideal ito for families. Pero mahal talaga yung accommodations and kung ayaw mo ng mababaw na tubig and medyo seaweedy rin nga pala yung tubig. So kung issue sa'yo yon, you might want to rethink it. Pero for us, worth it naman itong Casobe. Maganda naman talaga siya and very well maintained. So ang rating namin dito ay 7 out of 10 din. Sa mga resort na i-feature namin dito sa video, Stilts is probably yung pinakamadalas ko nang nabisita. Kasi gusto ko talaga dito, guys. Yung pinaka-distinct na feature dito ay yung cluster of overwater bungalows nila, linked by wooden boardwalks, na sabi nila ay katulad ng water villas sa Maldives. Although konti lang, hindi ito parang yung sa Maldives talaga na sobrang dami and sobrang haba. Paborito din itong venue for team buildings and special occasions like birthdays, debuts, weddings, meron ding mga nagpi-prenup dito. May one time na visit namin na may nagpi-pictorial, ganyan. Sobrang laki nitong resort, 24 hectares with 3 separate beaches. Harmony Beach, Serenity Beach, and Destiny Beach. And just like other resorts dito sa Calatagan, kasi they share the same coastline, mababaw yung tubig, kalmado lang. So it's easy to spend an afternoon doing next to nothing. Pero yun nga, if ayaw nyo nung masyadong mababaw na tubig, yon magiging issue sa'yo yan. Because it's not too far from our home, dito sa Batangas, hindi ko pa naranasan na mag-overnight dito talaga. Puro day trip lang ako dito. And yung day tour, honestly, worth it siya. Yung entrance fee ay 700 to 800 pesos, depende kung lean season or peak season. And yung peak season is from March to June, December, and holidays. Off-peak naman ang January, February, and July to November. Pero yung entrance fee na yan ay inclusive na of welcome drinks, use of designated swimming pool, shower rooms, and access to beach areas. Pero hindi kayo pwedeng pumunta dun sa mga water bungalows kasi restricted yan para sa guests ng mga villas na yon. Sa totoo lang, yung presyo ng entrance fee na yan, ang laki na ng minahal niyan. Nung pandemic and pre-pandemic, nasa 300 plus lang yan. Pero ganun na talaga, nagmamahal na lahat ngayon, so understandable naman. Bukod sa entrance fee, you're also encouraged na mag-book ng hot or table kung saan ka tatambay. Marami kayong pagpipilian. Ang pinakamura ay yung tinatawag nilang cozy nooks na basically ay wooden tables and benches lang na good for up to 10 packs. Situated ito sa beach and it costs 500 to 600 pesos per table, depende sa season. Meron din silang mga open huts. Yan yung pinili namin nung last few visits namin. And as the name suggests, simpleng kubo lang ito, good for up to 15 people. Nasa 1,100 to 1,250 naman yung presyo nito. Ang kagandahan nito, meron itong power outlet. Pwede mong gamitin pang charge ng gadgets. Merong sink, so meron ka ring water source if need mo maghugas ng kamay or mga plato. And may locker or storage cabinet na may susi na pwede mong pag-iwanan ng mga valuables in case lahat kayo ay magsiswimming at the same time. Sobrang liit na bagay lang siya pero very, very thoughtful and natuwa ako nung nakita ko yan the first time. May open huts sa beach, meron ding malapit sa pool area, depende sa'yo kung saan mo gusto, papapiliin ka naman kung alin. Basta i-request mo lang. Kung bigger groups kayo, meron pang mas malalaking options, merong small pavilion, big pavilion, merong mga cabanas. Tingnan nyo na lang yung presyo sa screen ninyo, makikita nyo sa side. Kahit sa Infinity Pool area, meron ding mga cabanas doon and pavilions. Pero punta na tayo sa mga rooms kung balak nyong dito matulog. Ay, before that pala, before natin i-discuss yung mga rooms, doon muna tayo sa pinakamurang option, camping. Meron silang designated campsite and kung may dala ka ng sarili mong tent, yung camping fee ay 1,100 to 1,200 per person. Inclusive na yan of welcome drinks and access to amenities sa designated areas. Pero yung rates na yan ay kung may dala kang sarili mong tent Kung wala, meron silang glamping tents na for rent. Medyo mahal. Yung isang tent nila na good for 2 packs, 2,000 pesos yung rental per tent. Yung pinakamura ay 1,500 and ang pinakamahal ay 3,000 pesos. Pero bawat tent ay inclusive of mattress and linen setup. Hindi kasi to guys yung parang normal na tent lang Glamping style siya. And kasama na rin sa binayaran mo yung use of fans, lights, tables, and benches. Pero if camping isn't your thing and mas bet mo ang proper room, napakarami ring pagpipilian dito. May beach cottages, villas, bungalows, tree houses, and syempre yung iconic na floating cottages. Yung mga rates ng floating cottages na yan or overwater villa, makikita nyo sa screen. And malalaki yan guys Ideal to for groups talaga. Yung iba dyan can accommodate up to 20 guests. Yung pinakamaliit ay good for 3 packs, 10,400 pesos per night, pero maximum of 10 yung kayang i-accommodate. Yun nga lang, yung 4th person to 10th person need to pay 1,400 pesos per person. Yung pinakamalaki naman ay 20,000 per night, good for 7 occupants, pero maximum of 20. Meron din silang mga guest rooms na good for 2 to 3. Nasa 6,000 to 6,400 naman yan per night. And meron din silang tree houses, 5,000 to 6,000 pesos per night. Malalaki yung mga tree houses na yan and good to 3 packs respectively. Again, yung mga rates na yan, na binanggit ko kanina, lahat yan ay inclusive of welcome drinks, breakfast, and use of amenities, including the pool area. Marami pang iba-ibang klaseng rooms. Punta lang kayo sa website nila to check the latest rates. Summary, yung pros, may 3 separate beaches, maganda yung view lalo na ng mga iconic cottages, and maraming activities and accommodation types na pagpipilian. Merong day trip and camping options. And sobrang ganda ng service dito, guys. Kaya lagi ko itong binabalik-balikan kahit day trip lang. For me, it's worth it. At least yung day trip lang ha. Hindi pa ako napag-stay overnight. Gaya nga ng sabi ko, hindi ko ma-judge based on that. Ang final rating natin ay 8 out of 10. Lipat naman tayo sa kabilang resort. Ito naman ang Manuel Uy Beach Resort, which bills itself as Calatagan's camping capital. And true to that, camping lang talaga yung choice mo dito. Walang rooms, walang cottages. It's just pure beach camping. Sobrang stark contrast siya from Stilts. Kung ang Stilts ay manicured, resort-like, itong Manuel Uy feels raw and open and unbothered. Alam niyo yan. The sand here is not white, more like beige or golden cream. And mababaw lang din yung tubig. Ang layo na nararating mo, nasa ankles mo pa lang or at least tuhod yung tubig. So, kung ayaw niyo yan, pag-isipan yung mabuti. Pero meron kasing market talaga tong mabababaw na tubig. Lalo yung mga families na merong mga bata. Kasi, di ba, hindi ka masyado nag-iisip na, uy, baka mapunta sa malalim, ganyan. Walang restaurants or canteens dito. Ang meron lang ay isang sari-sari store selling basic goods. At least nung last na visit namin. So it's best to come prepared with your own food. Okay lang yan. It's part of the deal and expected yan. Ang maganda nyong gawin, whether nagda-drive kayo or kahit naka-public transportation, kasi yung bus pwedeng magbaba dun sa may palengke, bili muna kayo ng mga ingredients. Bili kayo ng mga seafood, karne, ganyan. Bago kayo mag-tricycle papunta sa resort. May mga grills doon sa resort na free ang gamit. By the way, ang entrance fee ay 250 pesos for day tour, 350 naman for overnight. If you're spending the night here, may additional na campsite fee, 250 pesos for 1 to 4 packs, 350 for 5 to 10, 750 for 10 to 15 packs, and kung talagang barangay kayo, 1,000 pesos for 16 to 20 packs. If wala kayong tent, pwede kayong mag-rent. 500 pesos yung bayad, subject to availability. Yung mga day trippers can stay from 5:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. while yung overnighters naman, hanggang 12 noon sila the next day pwede. Try nyong agahan talaga yung pagdating kasi pwede nilang i-limit yung number of guests and mag-stop mag-accept ng visitors kapag na-reach na nila yung capacity ng beach. Super important nito lalo na kapag peak season. Pero it's important na ma-manage mo yung expectations kapag pupunta kayo dito sa Manuel Uy Beach. Note na bukod sa swimming and lazing on the sand, wala kayong masyadong magagawa dito. May grilling station, may shower rooms and toilets, pero other than those, wala na masyadong amenities on site. Ang pwede nyong gawin is go on a boat tour from here to neighboring attractions like Tiktico Sandbar, aka TikTok Sandbar, Starfish Island, and a snorkeling area. If ang destination nyo ay yung TikTok Sandbar, it costs 2,000 pesos, good for 4 persons for 1 hour or 1 stop. Or yun ha, 1 hour or 1 stop. For any other destination, 1,500 naman yung bayad. So, if lalagpas kayo sa 1 hour na limit, or gusto nyo magdagdag ng isa pang stop, kailangan nyo mag-add ng 150 pesos per person. Nakakalito siya, nalito rin ako nung umpisa, kahit na ina-explain na sa akin ng bankero, pero ito try kong i-explain din sa inyo. So, kunyari, group of 4 kayo, and you want to visit 3 stops, na hindi yung Tiktico wag muna natin isama yun kasi mas mahal yun. So, kunyari, group of 4 kayo, and meron kayong 3 stops. So, yung total niyan ay 2,700 pesos. Bakit? Kasi, di ba, 1,500 yung boat fee. Kung hindi kayo sa Tiktico Sandbar pupunta yung isa, yung mas murang option. So, 1,500 yung boat fee, tapos meron kayong 2 additional stops, di ba? 4 kayo sa group. So, 150 pesos per person yon. So, that's times 4, 600 pesos. 2 nga yung additional stops. So, that's 1,200. 600. So, 1,200 plus yung base boat fee na 1,500, that's 2,700 pesos total or 675 pesos per person. Yung boat tours ay available from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. To get to Manuel Uy Beach, sakay kayo ng bus sa Calatagan, get off at Calatagan Town proper, and charter lang kayo ng tricycle to Manuel Uy Beach. Isa ito sa pinaka-budget-friendly and camping-friendly na options dito sa Calatagan. And good ito for barkada trips and even family trips, I think. Kaya lang, yung cons nito is, it can get crowded and sometimes maingay kasi merong ibang nagpapatugtog ng music and yun nga, very limited yung pwede mong gawin and mababaw lang yung tubig. Yung overall rating natin dito ay 6 out of 10. From Calatagan, let's drive to another municipality to check out one of the most established resorts in the area, Canyon Cove in Nasugbu. Canyon Cove Hotel and Spa is one of the more established names sa hospitality industry dito sa Batangas. It's a waterfront resort na merong sariling beach, private beach yan, swimming pools, meron ding poolside bar, and a range of water activities including paddleboarding, kayaking, snorkeling, ganyan. Malaki yung property and the beach is one of the better maintained dito sa Nasugbu, Lian, Calatagan areas. It costs around 2,750 pesos per night inclusive of breakfast for two na yan. So sulit naman siya, hindi siya ganun kamahal, di ba? Okay. So this is the room. This is called a twin room. So merong dalawang beds na parang hindi siya single eh. Kasi parang mas malapad siya kaysa sa normal na single. Pero mas maliit siya sa double. And then, merong extra bed here. Hindi ko alam kung feeling ko.
King size.
Ayun, meron tayong work desk na may drawers. Varnish. Meron tayong TV, hindi kalakihan. Pero hindi na tayo nagbe-beach para manood ng TV. May malaking ref. Walang laman at patay yung ref. But it's okay, we have our own food. Pwede daw dito magpasok ng food kung drinks lang and mga chips. Pero yung ibang mga kanari meals, hindi na pwede. Yan, may water, kemerut, coffee, tasa. Meron ding safe. Ayan, merong safe. Merong laundry bags, closet, and complimentary na hotel slippers. Ayan. Ano ba? Ito na ba yung
Ito yung CR sa kabila.
Ito pala yung CR. Ayan. Ayan. So, CR. Ay, medyo luma na yung mirror kasi may mga tama. May bathtub, pero amoy luma na siya. And amoy kulo. Ayan. Ayan. Hindi, could be cleaner. Shower and ano. Yun. Saan na ba tayo? Dadalhin pala namin kayo sa balcony. Dito na tayo. Ayan. So, dito sa balcony, may view of the pool and the beach. Pero earlier I mentioned, it's an established name in the resort scene dito sa Batangas and you can take it in two ways. Some parts have been renovated and updated pero may mga parts din na medyo dated na at least nung huling visit namin. Yung last trip kasi namin, group kami and nag-overnight kami dito so we booked 2 rooms. Both rooms naman ay spacious pero yung room nung teammates namin na sina Asta, Hannah and Mariah parang mas maganda yung room na na-assign sa kanila. Sabi nila malinis daw, maayos. Pero yung room kasi na na-assign sa amin, hindi ganun kaganda yung experience namin. Kasi medyo may amoy. It was coming from the bathroom. I think dun sa may drainage nung bathroom. And hindi maganda yung amoy. Amoy sewage, alam niyo yun. And meron ding mga bugs running around sa banyo. Actually, we reported it to the staff and they said na fully booked kasi sila that time. So hindi nila mapapalitan yung room. Pero nagpadala sila ng staff to check it, may binuhos na something. Nawala siya nung umpisa, yung amoy, pero after naming lumabas, mag-dinner, pagbalik namin, nandun ulit. So, ayun. We also brought it up to their customer service via email, pero wala kaming na-receive na reply at all. So, parang, ewan ko, parang cabs lang sila. Pero, yun nga, sayang kasi other than that, we actually had a fun time here. Maraming tao, pero we enjoyed the beach and the pool area. Yung banyo lang talaga ng room na na-assign sa amin. So medyo, sabihin na lang natin na mixed review siya for us. Half of the team had a great experience, pero kami, not so much. So yeah, very polarizing siya for our team. Pero again, this was in 2024 pa, so I hope things have improved and mas consistent na sana now. But just to be sure, before settling in your room, check nyo muna. And if meron kayong hindi magandang nagustuhan, then ask for another room if may available. Yung pros nito, sobrang easily accessible nito from Nasugbu town proper. To get here from Manila, just ride a bus to Nasugbu. Tapos, baba kayo sa town proper. From there, isang tricycle ride lang yan. Hindi ganun kahaba yung tricycle ride. Tapos, nasa Canyon Cove na kayo. Maganda rin na beachfront sila. Well-maintained yung beach. May pool. And yung rates niya, hindi kasing mahal ng ibang mga resorts dito sa part na to ng Batangas. And inclusive na yun of breakfast. Yon, yung hindi namin nagustuhan, inconsistent yung maintenance, depende sa room siguro na maa-assign sa'yo. And some parts feel dated and it can get overcrowded sometimes. Rating natin is 6 out of 10. Punta naman tayo dito sa Fortune Island and it's unlike anything else on this list. Yung island kasi nito is located off the coast of Nasugbu and it has a fascinating history. May Spanish warship na lumubog dito malapit lang noong 1600 and centuries later, it became the site of an ambitious luxury resort built in a classical Greek style. Pero due to the island's remote location, lack of freshwater resources, and exposure to typhoons, yung resort eventually ceased operations in 2006, leaving behind yung iconic ruins that have since become a tourist attraction. Ito yung ruins na yan, yung mga columns and statues na yan, very Grecian. And they are perched dramatically on a limestone cliff overlooking the sea, so very picturesque. It has become the island's calling card, and they are just as striking in person as they look in photos. You might be asking, kung nag-stop na to ng operations 20 years ago, bakit kasama po to sa list? Resort ang usapan natin dito. Well, yes, nag-stop na yung resort sa island, pero meron pa rin itong resort sa mainland na operational pa rin hanggang ngayon. It's important to know how Fortune Island works logistically because meron itong two parts. Una, all visitors na pupunta sa Fortune Island must register sa Fortune Island Resort sa Barangay Wawa sa mainland bago kayo mag-board ng bangka papunta sa island which is 1 to 1.5 hours away. Yung mainland resort, meron itong proper rooms that you can book kung gusto nyo mag-overnight dyan, while the island itself is accessible either on a day trip or by camping overnight. But, to keep it real, you guys, the resort on the mainland isn't something to write home about. It's covered in black sand and in the multiple times na we visited, medyo makalat yung beach. Mapapansin nyo siya kapag sumasakay kayo ng bangka. This is why booking a room here was never an option for us. Mas interested kami dun sa Fortune Island proper, which is strewn with white sand, albeit pebbly, and maganda yung scenery dun. Yung mainland resort, for us, jump-off point lang talaga siya. Fair warning though, yung freshwater resources dun sa island, wala talaga and limited yung toilet facilities. So, kung mag-overnight camp ka, you just need to come fully prepared. Yung entrance fee, kung day tripper ka, ay 350 pesos, 500 naman yung overnight fee. Kapag magka-camp kayo doon, ang tent rental ay 500 pesos per tent. Pero kung may dala ka ng sarili mong tent, yung pitching costs 100 pesos for day tour, 200 for overnight. Meron silang cottages dun sa island. Pwede mong i-rent for 1,500 pesos kung day tour, 2,000 kung overnight. Pero on our most recent visit, nag-rent kasi kami ng cottage dun sa island and most of them, napansin namin, ay dilapidated and not in good condition at all. Pero it's not just the entrance and camping fee that you need to budget for, ha? Both rates are charged separately and this is the bulk of the expenses. Kasi 4,000 pesos yan for 1 to 4 persons kapag day tour and 4,500 kung 5 to 8 kayo. Makikita nyo yung listahan ng presyo depende kung ilan kayo sa screen. Iba rin yung presyo kapag overnight. Yung mga bata na 8 years old pataas, considered sila na regular passenger. If you prefer to book a room sa mainland side, ito naman yung rates. Usually ay 3,000 pesos yan kapag dalawa lang kayo, 3,500 kapag tatlo. Kung group naman kayo, meron ding mas malalaking rooms na 6,000 pesos yung pinakamahal, 4,000 pesos naman yung pinakamura. Okay, so to get here, board the bus to Nasugbu. Baba kayo sa town proper, tapos i-tricycle nyo papunta sa Fortune Island Resort. Tapos from there, register kayo, rent kayo ng bangka, tapos 1 hour mahigit yan, papunta dun sa island proper. Ang pros, maganda naman talaga yung island. May certain vibe siya And it feels like an adventure. Alam niyo yan? Pero yung cons niya, yun nga, limited yung facility sa island. Yung cottages doon, not in good condition. Wala actually accommodation sa island itself. And doon naman sa mainland yung beach niya, medyo makalat. So, yun. Pero yung rating natin dito, day trip lang ha yung ginajudge natin here kasi yun lang na-avail namin, is 6 out of 10. If it were just the facilities, we'd probably give it a lower rating. Pero maganda naman kasi talaga yung island. Andito na tayo sa list natin. And this is Calayo Beach Resort in Nasugbu. To be honest, pinag-isipan namin kung isasama ba natin ito dito sa list kasi despite its name na beach resort, hindi naman ito technically beachfront. Wala ito sa beach mismo ng Calayo pero it has easy access to it, around 100 meters siguro, reachable by a short walk. Pero ang meron dito ay swimming pool and mga bamboo-fitted na ubo type accommodations. Bawat unit ay malaki, bungalow style. May kitchen area so pwede kayong bumili ng food sa labas. Dito nyo kainin kung tipid kayo. And may multiple bedrooms which is great for groups like families and barkadas on a budget. Tuloy po kayo. Tuloy. So merong sala. May kitchen. And makikita nyo, pinasok na namin yung gamit namin. So balik kayo dito. Merong cabinet. And sa loob ng cabinet, may lutuan. Kita nyo? Merong utensils, merong mga plato. Siyempre may ref. May ref. Ito yung main bedroom. So double bed. Okay. Punta naman tayo sa second. The bedroom. So ito naman twin bedroom. So makikita nyo may gamit na yan. Dito naman yung restroom. So malaki siya, pero very basic lang siya. Yan. And yung third na bedroom ay nasa attic. So, sundan niyo ako. Ayan, so makikita nyo, meron lang siyang futon. So may maliit na window and may electric fan ulit. Ayun. So ayun. 5,200 pesos lang ito per night, pero it can accommodate up to 6 guests. So pumapatak na 867 per person lang ito. Meron itong 3 bedrooms eh. Yung dalawa nasa ground floor, tapos yung isa nasa may parang attic. Ganun yung setup niya. Again, it is important that you manage your expectations. It is another case of you get what you pay for. Hindi ito polished or glamorous na type of accommodation. Kubo ito. And yung floor, hindi ito tiled or carpeted. Alam niyo yan, hindi ito ganong type. Almost every wall and fixture is made of bamboo. And the restroom is yung typical Pinoy style na walang partition between the shower and the toilet area. Presko naman siya during our stay. Pero we can imagine na it can also get hot on some midsummer days. So, dahil nga mura lang naman siya, nasa 800 plus lang siya per person, I think worth it naman siya. Basta i-manage nyo lang yung expectations nyo. Pero if naghahanap kayo ng, alam nyo yun, something na hindi ganun ka-basic and gusto nyo na beachfront talaga, you might want to rethink it. Also, ang pangit ng signal dito sa area, hindi lang sa resort sa Calayo in general, hindi maganda yung signal, whether Smart, Globe, or kung ano man yung provider, nahirapan talaga kami sa connection. At least nung time ng visit namin. So yung overall rating natin is 6 out of 10. Alin sa mga to ang na-try nyo na? And kamusta yung experience nyo? And meron ba kayong mga resort sa Batangas na gusto nyong i-recommend sa amin? Sabihin nyo lang sa comment section below and try nating puntahan. Sa susunod na video natin, yung mga resorts and hotels naman sa Boracay ang ating i-compile. If ayaw mong ma-miss yan and hindi ka pa nakasubscribe, alam nyo na yung dapat gawin. Subscribe to this channel by hitting the subscribe button, ring the bell beside it, and i-turn on nyo yung notifications so you won't miss any of our future episodes. Don't forget to use our promo codes kasi we get credited for every booking and it helps us create more videos like this. And remember, plan smart, travel safe, and make every trip worth it!